Welcome back, friends, to another episode of the Juicebox Podcast.
Hello, I'm Shane. I'm 26 years old, and I've been living with type 1 diabetes for over 23 years now.
If you're new to type 1 diabetes, begin with the Bold Beginnings series from the podcast. Don't take my word for it. Listen to what reviewers have said. Bold Beginnings is the best first step. I learned more in those episodes than anywhere else. This is when everything finally clicked. People say it takes the stress out of the early days and replaces it with clarity. They tell me this should come with the diagnosis packet that I got at the hospital. And after they listen, they recommend it to everyone who's struggling. It's straightforward, practical, and easy to listen to. Bold Beginnings gives you the basics in a way that actually makes sense. If you've ever heard a diabetes term and thought, okay, but what does that actually mean? You need the Defining Diabetes series from the Juicebox Podcast. Defining Diabetes takes all of those phrases and terms that you don't understand and makes them clear. Quick and easy episodes. Find out what bolus means, basal, insulin sensitivity, and all of the rest. There has to be over 60 episodes of Defining Diabetes. Check it out now in your audio player or go to juiceboxpodcast.com and go up into the menu. Today's episode is brought to you by Omnipod. We talk a lot about ways to lower your A1C on this podcast. Did you know that the Omnipod 5 was shown to lower A1C? That's right. Omnipod 5 is a tube-free automated insulin delivery system, and it was shown to significantly improve A1C and time in range for people with type 1 diabetes when they switched from daily injections. My daughter is about to turn 21 years old, and she has been wearing an Omnipod every day since she was 4. It has been a friend to our family, and I think it could be a friend to yours. If you're ready to try Omnipod 5 for yourself or your family, use my link now to get started. Omnipod.com/juicebox. Get that free Omnipod 5 starter kit today. Terms and conditions apply. Eligibility may vary. Full terms and conditions can be found at omnipod.com/juicebox. This episode of the Juicebox Podcast is sponsored by the Dexcom G7, the same CGM that my daughter wears. Check it out now at dexcom.com/juicebox.
Hello, I'm Shane. I'm 26 years old, and I've been living with type 1 diabetes for over 23 years now.
Shane, diagnosed when you were 3? 2.5? Something like that?
Yep, 3 years old.
Wow.
It was June of 2002.
How was the weather that June? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? What do you?
I think it was nice, though.
What do you remember about that? Nothing, right?
I have, one very vague memory of being in the hospital and seeing a doctor from a 3-year-old's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a little car toy thing, but besides that, I don't even know.
Sure,
that was from that time.
Are there photos of your diagnosis time?
There probably is. My mother, she keeps photos of everything, so I know it was a really hard time for her then.
Yeah. I was just wondering because I'm starting to learn as I get older that some of my older memories, they're not really memories. They're photos that I remember. Does that make sense?
Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a picture of a car and you in a hospital, and you've seen it. That's what I was wondering about. I mean, I could also be 100% wrong. What do you mean it was hard for your mom? How do you know that? Are those stories that have been shared over the years?
Yeah, just throughout time, just from hearing from other family members, just we had no idea what was going on back then. It was in 2002, so that was a different time frame, and no one in my family at the time had type 1 diabetes. So
do they now?
I'm the only one that has type 1 diabetes in my my mom or dad's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess there is some type 2.
Yeah.
That goes.
I think we all know somebody with type 2 diabetes, I think.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
stories from your other family members, like stories like, hey, your mom was struggling back then, or they weren't telling you that when you were a kid, right?
No, this was just like as I got older, it was just like, oh yeah, like, you know, like they just know what was going on. This is something that was completely new, and then it's like your child's sick and
A lot
in
of
the hospital
confusion.
for 5 days.
Yeah, like a lot of
So
a lot of confusion. You think throughout the like through the extended family too.
yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
I mean, there was definitely support there, which was great from what I picked up on over time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Your parents married still?
mhm.
Okay. Do you remember growing up with somebody more in charge of you than the other, or was it a pretty equal distribution of
It was
responsibility?
very equal. So, um, growing up, I was not very confident in like checking my blood sugar until I was about like 9.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like pricking my finger. Definitely did not like doing my own sight. I didn't like it can be painful, sometimes like
Yeah.
putting your stomach, your leg, your butt, your arm, wherever. Um,
Shane,
so my
confident.
dad would help me do
Yeah, I'm
he would
sorry.
help change my sights.
Yeah, you weren't
From
confident, or you weren't, or it hurt and you didn't want to do it.
I think it was because it hurt,
Okay.
so I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. So having your dad help you was valuable.
Very valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my mom would take me to the doctor. She would do all the insurance paperwork.
Right.
I got two other siblings in my family too. So
Mm-hmm.
she also did that for them, but they didn't. They're very healthy. They don't have any
Assholes.
underlying condition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Press. Running around all
Yeah.
healthy.
Yep.
Are they older or younger?
They're both older.
Both older. Oh, you're the youngest.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other autoimmune stuff?
Nope.
No.
That's type 1 diabetic.
How about your mom? Your mom got thyroid?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
You don't see any celiac in the family, extended family, celiac, thyroid, vitiligo, any other RA, maybe any other autoimmune issues?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Honestly.
No, that's fine. And you're 26 now. How long you been out of college?
Yeah. So I graduated 5 years ago. Well, 2021. So spring of 2021.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You and my son are the same, just about the same age. You're a little older than he is.
okay. Yeah. I really loved college. It was definitely a time period where like,
Wait, Shane, you started laughing, but only you knew what you were laughing at. What was that? So, let me ask a couple questions and I'll get you to college. Okay. So you're not too comfortable taking care of yourself till you're like 9 or so with your sights and everything. That I imagine gets a little easier as you get older. You're making decisions about insulin on your own at one age.
yeah. So that was instilled into me to start counting carbs at a very early age and like not lying about like what you're eating
Okay.
and like sneaking food. That was instilled into me, I would say, from both my parents. Like, hey, like you have something, you can do it, but let us know and then you need to know how to count this.
Right. So
So very honest and direct.
empowered.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you ever have trouble with lying about like what you were eating?
No, but I knew other people throughout time growing up that, my parents would work with or through like sports. It would be like, oh, like, I have the same endocrinologist as some of these people. And I would just hear that, like, oh, like your A1C is 10. And then like mine's like 8. It wasn't that much better. But
Shit's like, I'm not bragging because I had an 8, but they had a 10. So they were definitely doing something. But like, so did you grow up with any weird feelings about food, or your parents were able to keep that from happening by the way they talked to you about it?
No, I never had any like weird feelings about food. I mean, more in the sense of like I knew the sensations of like having low and high blood sugar without testing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very much like in tune with my body because like CGMs didn't exist back then.
Okay.
And it's like, you know, I was just going based off gut feeling. And, you know, if I didn't feel right, I would say something.
Just vibe with it. But I'm saying like you didn't have like any eating disorder stuff. You didn't like avoid food so you didn't have to bolus or eat and lie about it and hide food or anything. Nothing like that was happening for you.
No. I mean, there's definitely been days where I'm like, like are you kidding me? There's nothing I can do right.
Yeah. Maybe today this isn't gonna go well. I hear you. When did you get a CGM? At what age?
Yeah, so I got it right around COVID, honestly.
Okay.
It was like
about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Which one do you use?
The Dexcom G7 currently, but I use the G6 to start off.
Okay. Are you excited about the G7 going to 15 days?
Yeah, I actually wait 15 days.
Yeah, I think so. Right now, what's going to happen?
I didn't see that. I know it's 10 days right now.
No.
I like the grace period.
Dexcom 15 days. Dexcom. Yeah, it's going to be 15 days. It's coming really soon. I think now it's going to start rolling out. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Dexcom G7 15-day has earned FDA clearance coming December 1st. Today is December 1st.
Oh, okay. I guess got to use the rest of my supplies.
Yeah, get going, man. It's for 18 and up. It's not for peds for some reason. But yeah, I mean, that's it. Hopefully you'll get 5 more days out of it.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. It does get a little gross sometimes with the tape around it.
You think the sticky might get a little icky?
Yeah. So.
Hey, if I say Icky Sticky, are you going to tell me that you smoked weed in college and that we can bring this all full circle?
Yeah, I definitely did.
Awesome. Thanks, Shane. I appreciate it. Sometimes people fight the titles, and it makes me upset. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, what was it about? Her name was Cecilia. And I was like, if you could have just said something crappy, I could have called this Cecilia, You're Breaking My Heart after the song. And she just was such a lovely person. I couldn't do it. But you are going to help me out here. We might call this one Icky Sticky. Depends on how much weed you smoked. Dexcom's like, awesome. Pivot right from me to weed. Great. Anyway, Dexcom.com/juicebox. Get yours now. Not planned. Not an advertisement. Well, it's an advertisement. So Shane, so you're taking care of yourself. You're counting your carbs. Yeah. You're better with your devices as you get older. 5 years ago in college, you get a CGM. So you're telling me you went through high school without a CGM and you started college without one.
I did not like the idea of having another site on me.
Oh, this I want to hear. I want to hear about
against.
Yeah. Give me a half a second, Shane. Like there's an open window that shouldn't be. I'm going to walk away for half a second.
Okay.
The Dexcom G7 is sponsoring this episode of the Juicebox Podcast, and it features a lightning fast 30-minute warm-up time. That's right. From the time you put on the Dexcom G7 till the time you're getting readings, 30 minutes. That's pretty great. It also has a 12-hour grace period, so you can swap your sensor when it's convenient for you. All of that on top of it being small, accurate, incredibly wearable, and light. These things, in my opinion, make the Dexcom G7 a no-brainer. The Dexcom G7 comes with way more than just this. Up to 10 people can follow you. You can use it with type 1, type 2, or gestational diabetes. It's covered by all sorts of insurances. And this might be the best part. It might be the best part. Alerts and alarms that are customizable so that you can be alerted at the levels that make sense to you. Dexcom.com/juicebox. Links in the show notes. Links at juiceboxpodcast.com to Dexcom and all the sponsors. When you use my links, you're supporting the production of the podcast and helping to keep it free and plentiful. Today's episode is brought to you by Omnipod. We talk a lot about ways to lower your A1C on this podcast. Did you know that the Omnipod 5 was shown to lower A1C? That's right. Omnipod 5 is a tube-free automated insulin delivery system, and it was shown to significantly improve A1C and time in range for people with type 1 diabetes when they switched from daily injections. My daughter is about to turn 21 years old, and she has been wearing an Omnipod every day since she was 4. It has been a friend to our family, and I think it could be a friend to yours. If you're ready to try Omnipod 5 for yourself or your family, use my link now to get started. Omnipod.com/juicebox. Get that free Omnipod 5 starter kit today. Terms and conditions apply. Eligibility may vary. Full terms and conditions can be found at omnipod.com/juicebox. Sorry, silly me trying to live with fresh air. Let's start here. You had a pump at what age?
4.
Oh, you've had a pump for a long ass time. What pump did you start with?
Medtronic. The Silhouette was the site I used. Well, it was like a manual. It wasn't like how like they are now, where like you just click it and it just shoots into your skin.
Yeah, you didn't push it in, right?
Right. Yeah, you used to manually do it. So like, I think that kind of stems to like why I wasn't comfortable with doing it, because like I was like watching like needle going to my stomach slowly, and then it's
Well,
like,
yeah.
oh, like
Awesome.
I have to do this by myself.
Also,
No.
I've been to a phlebotomist. They're not great at it sometimes. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm 9.
Yeah, I'm 4.
Yeah, 4. Well, yeah, of course. Oh, that makes more sense. So you were using a Medtronic pump with a manual inserted cannula.
Yeah,
Your parents called the Silhouette. You do that. When do you stay with Medtronic pumps throughout your childhood?
Yeah, all the way up until college.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so
Then I went to Tandem.
And in high school, are you rocking that 8A1C pretty much through high school, or did it?
I was pretty good, actually. Like, I asked because my mom, she would write them down every time. So I would fluctuate. Like, CGMs overall, I should have used them earlier because my A1C has been consistently below 7. It's in the 6s now.
Good for you.
Since I've been using them.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's definitely opened my eyes to like, wow, like, like these actually do help.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's a friend of a friend. I don't want to say anybody's name. A friend of a friend just got a CGM, and I said to them, I was talking on the phone with them, and I said, when I met you and I realized you didn't have a CGM, I said, I've been worried about you since then. And I'm just so thrilled that you got one. And already they're seeing like, yeah, like there's a lot here I didn't realize. So like, what did you notice first putting on a CGM? Like first time when you started looking at those graphs, what were your takeaways in the beginning?
Just how drastic over a 24-hour period, like when you eat, it doesn't look that bad when then the first hour through, but then you look at it for 24 hours. Like if you're not pre-bolusing 20 minutes before, and this is where the carb count is so important, but to get deeper into the things, like if you're constantly on the go and you're out and about and you don't know where you're at, you go to like some restaurant and then you get like a quesadilla, but like who knows what they put on the chicken. It's like, you know what I mean? Like there's so many unknown factors and like it's like go, go, go. So I sometimes forget to like pre-bolus. So then like that's where I see those like sharp increases, and it's just a good reminder to like slow down.
Yeah.
Think about what you're eating.
You almost said what I think is maybe one of the more valuable parts about a CGM is like, if you're just looking at something like close up, right up on your nose, like you're just like, oh, I'm 180 or I'm 160. But if you step back 24 hours and can see the whole thing in one picture, you go, oh, I'm not good at this. And right. And then it starts making you think about like, how do I get rid of these spikes? How do I get rid of the lows? Like you start putting a little more focused attention on it. Like, how does it help you?
Yeah, definitely. Um, like there's just like certain little things too that I've noticed that like when I first wake up in the morning, I don't even eat anything sometimes, and my blood sugar will still rise up,
Yeah.
and then that's just a natural. I don't know. I forgot what the term's called, but that happens where your body releases
You get
a little bit.
feet on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you get up and are you an anxious person?
Um. Yeah, I guess like I think everyone is.
You think everyone is?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not, I don't know what's.
I,
I don't know.
I've been trying to figure that out
I
myself.
am, I guess.
Yeah. But so you have some level of anxiety. So when you start, what happens? You wake up, the day presents itself. You start, your adrenaline goes up a little bit. You think?
Yeah, I mean, definitely on my way to work. Like it's a commute, so
Yeah. Wait, you drive in, or you take a train, or how do you get to work?
I drive in.
You drive. No one, by the way, when you're going to college, it all sounded fun, didn't it? Like, oh, I'll get a job, I'll get money. This is going to be awesome. And now you're like, oh, every day, you know?
Yeah, it's like I can't walk to work.
every day I got to go.
So we gotta rethink how we plan out city design. I don't know.
Shane's like, I know this makes sense exactly. I mean, the money's not as what I thought it was going to be, and every day I got to get up. As a person who doesn't leave the house to go to work, I don't realize like little things. I mean, I realize them because I used to have like a real job, but even little stuff about having to plan like when to use the bathroom during the day. Like, that's not a thing that happens to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I go to the bathroom when I want to go to the bathroom. Like, but
Yeah.
if you get up at 7 and you got to be out the door at 7:30 and it's 7:45, you're like, I got to go. It's too late now. You're in the car. It don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta wait till you get to where you're going.
And then you go to work
Hopefully
and you're that guy that shits at work. You know what I mean? It ain't great. It ain't great, Shane.
Then you're waiting in line. There's only one.
You and the coffee boys are in the bathroom together. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fun. It's
every day, 10 a.m.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, but like little stuff that you don't, commuting. Like, I don't get caught in traffic. I don't like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. You saw my biggest work problem is I left the window ajar and I could hear a leaf blower up the street. I was like, oh, let me fix that. Have you ever gotten to like, but you started working out of college, like very post COVID, like
very immediately,
but you had to go into an office.
Yeah. I worked in a warehouse.
Oh,
actually,
okay. Yeah. So you got a hands-on job.
Yeah.
Not me.
So,
I got a baby job. What'd you go to college for? Like, what was your degree in?
Integrated supply management.
Oh, no kidding. And that's a real like skill that you were able to go out in the world and put into practice right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, related to, like logistics, procurement, operations,
making
basically
things work faster, better.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. So
what's the dream? Amazon? Who does it at the highest level?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, what kind of like do you work at a smaller, I'm not asking you where you work, but do you work at a smaller company or a really big place? Like, I was like somebody.
Oh, I've worked at some massive company, but now I work at a much smaller place. And, I work contract a little bit, and then now I'm a full-time employee.
Oh, so you kind of came in to fix a problem and they liked you and you stayed.
Well, this is this is at a different company, not where I'm full-time at, but yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. There was like a project manager. They're like, we got this going on. You did a good job, so we're going to extend your contract.
Nice.
And,
that's nice to hear. I bet your parents
your incentives.
I bet your parents were proud.
Yeah, no, it was great work experience, and I felt really good about what I did.
But every day they want you there, Shane. So is that an on your feet moving around job?
No, it was more like an office.
Okay. All right.
Style job. I was doing a lot of paperwork, making like bill ladings, packing lists.
Gotcha.
Invoicing.
Yeah. So okay, so I got you back in high school now. You're managing without a CGM, using a pump. Mm-hmm. You got an A1C in the 8s probably. You head off to college. So and you said your note here says, what you said, how diabetes progresses throughout life as a male from childhood into adulthood, how other drugs outside of insulin affect your management of diabetes. Let's talk a little bit about being a guy first and dating and all that stuff with diabetes. What was your experience with that?
With dating?
Yeah, like what's it like telling a person for the first time, like I use insulin, I have this, I might pass out, like I could, like what's that like to open up to somebody while you're trying to date at the same time?
Yeah, and I guess in the dating aspect, it's it's something that's very important. So you definitely want to let them know, like, hey, like, if I'm not feeling or like acting like myself, like I might have high blood sugar or like,
Yeah. Is that a tough thing to tell a stranger though?
To someone that I've dated or like in the past, no.
Okay.
But for sports, I didn't like to tell my coaches.
What sports did you play?
I played a lot of sports. I did like everything. Like middle school, I did cross country, swimming, wrestling.
Okay. Everything, like in middle school, like high school, you're doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Why didn't you like telling your coaches?
I don't know, Scott. I just think that like it was embarrassing. Maybe.
In a setting where
didn't want people to know because like I guess I was sick and tired of just explaining the same thing over and over to everyone because like a lot of people growing up in my school district did not have. I was like one of the only people I knew of that had diabetes.
Okay.
So
you think there's a fear of looking? You think there's a fear of looking weak, Shane?
What was the question?
Do you think there's a fear of looking weak?
No. I just like didn't feel like telling you
just didn't want you didn't want to have the conversations. You weren't looking to talk to people who you didn't know that well and explain diabetes to them.
Yeah, I guess I felt like I was like if like something was that wrong, like I never had such low blood sugar or so high that like it led to like complication.
Gotcha. So you were rocking a higher blood sugar to be. I mean, if you have an 8A1C, what is that like what is that like an average of like 160 or one? Let me figure that out. So you weren't having a lot of lows while you were performing with your sports. Now, did your mom and dad want you to tell the coaches and you just didn't, or
they would do it in the first week. They'd be like, "Hey, did you know like Shane has type 1 diabetes?" And they'd be like, "No, you didn't say that."
A kid don't talk.
So, yeah, it was just like, oh, that's great. Like, looking at it now from like my age, like I would have been like, "Are you kidding me? Like, why wouldn't you tell me?" So
Shane's like, the younger me was an idiot, is what I'm trying to say. I should have definitely told somebody. Yeah, you're an average blood sugar for like an 8A1C is like in the 190s. So you weren't experiencing a lot of lows.
No, I definitely still had lows. My like I would have to look at the piece of paper. I was definitely in the sevens, low sevens a lot. But like through puberty, that's where my A1C started to get a little hectic.
Okay.
So, but then it kind of balanced out more. Throughout college, I actually did a pretty okay job, considering it was around the sevens. I don't think I ever got above eights.
Okay.
Then some. There's a lot going on with on top of college and with.
What else was going on?
just like the curriculum, like schoolwork and and then you want to like be there for certain things. Like there's been plenty of times where like diabetes has gotten in the way where I can't go out or I can't play in a game because my blood sugar is so high or it's so low. And then like afterwards, I'm like, I don't have the capacity to mentally go out and interact. I'm like, I'm just like over it. I just want to stay in.
You feel a little rocked afterwards?
Yeah, definitely. That can happen.
Okay. And that went on for years?
No, I wouldn't say for years, but definitely like in high school, starting then into college, and then now. So when I was younger, I feel like I was just like a little Energizer bunny, just going everywhere.
Yeah. So like an anchor point for you, like an 8 to 9 A1C is like a 180-ish to like 210-ish blood sugar. Just interesting for people to listen. Like, you know, if you have people you're talking about who had a 10 A1C, that's an average of like a 240 blood sugar. It's a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and when you get lows too, you probably were getting lows that were like crashes, I would imagine. Like like after an event or something like that, you drop quickly.
Yeah, I mean, so like right now, Scott, I play hockey like every Sunday still, and I gotta attribute a lot to this hockey league I'm in because it's helped me get my current job I actually have now.
Wait,
so
you play in ice hockey still, like in an adult league?
Mm-hmm.
That helped you get you networked at the hockey league and got your job?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it keeps you moving, right?
Yeah, and I stopped wearing my insulin pump. You know, it's a full contact sport, and now we don't hit like we're paying full grown men to go play hockey.
Yeah, you're getting
like,
older.
We're not out there like I gotta work tomorrow. I'm not trying to hit anyone. Don't hit me, but I don't wear an insulin pump anymore because I'm kind of afraid if it gets broke
while you're playing. You take it off.
Yes. So my blood sugar does spike then. Like the other day, it was bad. It usually by the third period too, I don't feel as good as I did when I first started. And then the first like couple.
Why don't you hook back in and bolus once in a while you're playing?
Well, then I have to bring on the bench and
you'd feel better.
I don't know.
But Shane, you'd feel better when it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like you to do that. That's between you and me. I don't want your blood sugar getting high for no reason. You don't either, though. How long does it take to bring it back down afterwards?
Oh, like my body's very responsive. Like it'll immediately start going back down.
So you wouldn't need that much during play. Probably just your basal to keep it at bay.
Yeah, I'd probably just need like 2 units.
Yeah. Well, listen, you could always bolus a little bit before you start and bolus a little bit after the second period, maybe.
Yeah, it's just like the not having it on, and then also just the exertion of playing. You know, I would attribute something like football being pretty similar. You know, like a lot of people play football. So
yeah, with diabetes, every tight end in the NFL seems to have it. Right, like Mark Andrews, Noah. There's like 2 other. Chad, is it Muma? How do you say his name? By the way, Chad, your wife keeps emailing me and then not getting back to me. You want to come on the podcast? Let's go. Other stuff. Okay, so that's what you do through. I'm trying to imagine. Go through high school. You're not wearing a CGM. You head off to college. How does college change from high school, or does it? I mean, is your life in high school pretty similar to your life in college, or do things change? I mean, the food probably gets worse, right? The weed gets more plentiful. Like, tell me what college is like, that transition.
Yeah. So, to your point, food that everyone talks about, like the freshman 15. So I definitely took part in that.
Took your 15, did you?
Yeah, I definitely gained weight. I just remember at the start of my senior year, I weighed like 155 pounds. And then at the end of the year, when I was starting to go to college, I weighed like 190.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
Oh, wow. You were thin when you left high school.
Yeah. Well, I used to do cross country and I was pretty quick.
Yeah.
I feel like I wasn't like all state, but I was running like 6-minute mile.
You're keeping up with it, right? Like, and looking good while you were doing it. And then you put on more weight than you put on 35 pounds, right?
Yeah. I got really serious with the last season of hockey because I was like, well, this is it.
Mm. Oh, so, wait, you played ice hockey in college?
I did a club.
A club. Okay.
And this is a whole nother story, but so this is actually funny. You'll probably find this pretty amusing, actually. So I joined club at Western, and from there, we went down to Team South, and it was the worst hockey game I ever played in. We lost like 18-2. My chin got cut open. I had 14 stitches in my chin. And I was like, well, this is no fun.
I was going to say, this is supposed to be fun.
Yeah. So.
Did you bring a goalie?
I knew a friend.
You should have brought a goalie.
Hey, I'm the president of this fraternity. You want to join it? Oh. And I'm like, yeah. So I just dropped the team and I joined it.
Oh, you were like that. Yeah, I probably won't get a bloody chin at the fraternity. I'll try that instead.
I'm like, that sounds more fun. I don't want to like travel and pay on top of school.
Just to do this for club. Man,
just to get hurt.
Yeah. I got to tell you, even when you're doing it for the team, it's a lot of effort. It's being a collegiate athlete is a ton of effort. It's like having 2 full-time jobs. Okay, so you dropped hockey, went to, what are we talking about really? What'd you pick up? Drinking?
Oh yeah, definitely. Just how the culture is at a lot of schools.
Right.
Now, so. How
did you manage that with the diabetes? Like, did you end up low a lot in the middle of the night afterwards, or how's drinking impact you?
I didn't have a CGM then, so I don't know how I did it sometimes, Scott. Like, I don't, like, the biggest thing was, like, I didn't want to have low blood sugar while drinking because it's like, everyone, it's 1 a.m. and
try not to be a bummer.
Yeah. And it's like, Shane passed out. Like, it's like, no, he passed out not from drinking, like from having complications. Like his blood sugar is low.
Right.
Like that thankfully never happened because like I always still knew the sensation of having low blood sugar while drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So just try to stay in tune to those sensations that you get. So
can you put that into words for me? Like, how do you know when you're in trouble when you're drinking
with low blood sugar?
Yeah,
it's just like a pit, like you're just like in your stomach, like you're just so hungry. It feels like nothing's there.
Okay,
that's how I describe it.
And then
like you just haven't eaten in 48 hours.
Okay, then you got to eat something.
You're fasting.
You drinking beer, Shane, or like different alcohol, or what was your?
I sucked at beer.
Okay.
I did not like liquor.
Okay.
So
you still drink today, or not as much?
I still have some beers. Yeah.
Okay.
So
you manage it. I'm assuming you're not drinking to that point anymore, though.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, it's just for school.
Yeah. Just because, I was like pumped. It was like, oh yeah, let's like I'm about to go meet all these new people. Like I'm gonna go out and have like party and like listen.
Girls too, or just.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're trying to meet people.
Like networking, just
like how you said network. Yeah, you're trying to have sex, right, Shane?
Yeah. I mean, like.
Yeah, right. You're not.
I. Like, yeah, like when you join like fraternities, that's. They have like one-on-ones, and then it's like, oh, like we're by over sorority, and we'll like get to meet each other.
Right. Yeah. I didn't go to college, but like it all seems pretty obvious to me. We have our own place. No one else can come into it. We can bring in beer and girls. That seems like the whole thing, right?
No, I mean,
There's
like,
more. What else did I miss?
well, like we also like did other stuff, like we did like Special Olympics, charities,
Oh, you did some.
events.
Yeah, you did. Well, that's during the day. Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got.
Yeah, but yeah, like on a Friday night after like the week's over, because like there's like academic standing
Right.
too.
Of
So
course. Yeah. No. No. I imagine you gotta pass your classes and everything. What was
yeah,
it like going to school at that time? Like is that COVID post? You were in school during COVID, right?
yeah. So it was hard, especially when during the transition of like March of 2020. Like I had some engineering classes, and they were like labs. We had to go in person for like 3 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and I struggled. I still passed, but that was one of the only times I ever got like a C. So
It's tough.
I just didn't know how to 3D model in AutoCAD. So
From your house, did you have to go home for a while? Did they kick you off campus for a while?
yeah. So like I mean I could still go to I lived off campus, but yeah, there was no more classes like on campus.
Yeah. Were you guys Zooming for class at that point?
hmm
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Teams.
My son hated
Zoom.
that. He said it was terrible.
Yeah, it was tough too from like the professor's perspective because it's like you have your curriculum, you have your whole
A way you do
setup
it.
for the semester, and then it's like here's a wrench and that derailed the train,
Yeah.
and now you have to figure out how to do this through email or Zoom.
Or virtually when you're used to being in public with with each other. But you got to go back, right? Would you miss like was it like your sophomore year was messed up, or where was
It
it?
was like my junior.
Your junior year.
June.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sucks. Anyway, so you just hit an age you just had to get off your parents' insurance, right?
Correct.
Can you tell me about that? Like, was that a big source of consternation leading up to it? Were you worried about it? Like, what was it like?
Yeah, definitely. I was definitely worried about it. It's a full step into adulthood.
Yeah.
I'm not worried though, because I know I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would just have to keep, pushing.
What's it like getting that first check when you're paying for your benefits all of a sudden out of it? Was it shocking how much money they took?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that's really talked about in school. So, it's definitely a wake-up call, but
It wasn't too bad.
no, I mean, like, I can keep all my bills paid.
No, good for you. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not a thing. Like when somebody says to you, like, "Oh, what are you majoring in? This is my major, and about how much money should I expect to make? This is about how much money." Nobody says like, "Well, that's before taxes, and before your benefits, and before you pay for all your bills and everything." And you realize when you're done, you're like, "Oh, there's not a lot of money left." It doesn't matter how much you make. I saw a young person come out of college recently, super lucky. By the way, not just lucky, a lot of hard work, but super lucky. They came out of college making $90,000 a year, a lot of money, And I was talking to this person, and I said, "How you feel about this?" And they said, "I was really hoping to make more money." And I was like, "You were hoping to make more than $90,000 coming out of college?" And they were like, "Yeah." He said, "I don't know how I'm going to make it on this." I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Everyone."
Well, I guess it's like, where do you live then? Because like you can live in Kentucky, and the cost of living there will not be the same if you live in Massachusetts.
Yeah,
or something.
I was just interested by like how much like cost has changed for things so quickly that like somebody's understanding of $90,000 was skewed so quickly. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. I said, there's a lot of adults don't make that much money, and you're like, you're out of school here like 6 months, and it's your first job offer.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
You're killing.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Now, I want to be clear to this person. Did a lot of work their whole life. Like, they came out of college like a full-fledged adult on their topic, ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, there's no training for this. This person's going to slide in and do an amazing job. And it's been working really hard their whole life to get to that point. But still, like to hear them talk about the money like that and not be sure, like, is this enough? And I'm like, oh God. And this person doesn't, have any health issues that they know of at the moment. So, not a, I don't know. It's interesting. Do you and your friends like ever talk about stuff like this, or does this not get talked about really?
Like benefits, money.
Yeah. Money. And like, do you guys actually dig into this stuff?
Yeah. I have a close group of friends and we talk about this very often. And this is all people I met through my fraternity, actually. So
yeah, that's become a good circle.
Friends.
Yeah, it's become a good circle for you.
Yeah.
Let me. So what else can I pick a little bit into like people your age? Like I've had some conversations with guys your age, on the podcast in the last year, and I'm like, I talk about dating. And they're like, I don't really worry about dating much. I'm like, it's so weird. Like at your age, like all I cared about was girls, and like and earlier than that. But people don't talk about it the same way anymore. Like, I mean, college was the last time you could walk into a room and expect there to be like dateable people in front of you. Like now it's all digital, right? And so like, how do you do, like, maybe you're dating somebody already, but like, how do you do that?
Yeah, no, you're completely right. Honestly, it's the only other place I really go to is like, I had to go out of my way to like, so that's why I try to keep active and like do other extracurriculars outside of work. So it's just like hockey. I'm in a bowling league. Yeah. I've done a dart league. Like
trying to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love trying new things.
I mean, are there women at darts?
I'm not good at it. Like darts or bowling.
I like that. So you'll go do things you're not good at just to get out with people. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Because it's like, holy smokes, like this guy just got 180, like 3 bullseyes. Like what? He's like, I just lost a game of 501 and like 6 throws.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I think that's really awesome. My son came home with a guitar last week. He's like,
I've been thinking about getting like a guitar.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to try to
listen to like mid 2000 rock, mainly because my my siblings. That's what they listen to.
What bands is that? Where does that put you on a band? Like what kind of?
Oh boy. Let's see. Like Sum 41.
Okay.
I like listen to them. Blink-182. Yeah. Like that kind of.
I got you.
Music genre.
That's interesting. Yeah. When you say rock music to me, I think of anything between like, I don't know, Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, Metallica, through the Guns N' Roses era, through Nirvana, like, and then it kind of, to me, the rest of it seems like pop music to me. I know that's not, because when you said,
I would say like there was a shift in like 2010, like where pop music took over.
Yeah, I know it's not poppy like in the standard, but like when you say Blink-182 to me, like I don't think rock.
No.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like it just because, but I also grew up like when I turned the radio on, every time I turned the radio on, like, I don't know, Creedence Clearwater Revival came on, or like, the Rolling Stones or the Beatles. Like that was the radio when I was growing up. I remember when one day the oldies station in my town started playing Guns N' Roses, and I was like, wait, no, I listened to that in high school. Like, how did that happen so quickly? It really freaked me out. But now you probably don't even like you're probably, I mean, you're aware of some of these songs because they're so popular, but you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know 10 Guns N' Roses songs. You know Paradise City and Welcome to the Jungle. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely Welcome to the Jungle.
Right. Yeah. It's interesting how quickly music moves through generations. But again, like, are you meeting dateable people at bowling and darts? No, right?
No. Yeah. It's definitely digital now.
And
Quite a few of my friends, that's the same case.
yeah.
Um,
Is it awkward, or is it just so commonplace that it's not awkward?
I mean, like it can be awkward, if it is awkward, there's not another date. But I've had good dates. It led to more dates, and that have built a relationship out of.
Yeah.
So,
And you've had ones where you're like, okay, well, thanks. See ya.
yeah.
Yeah. And you've disliked people and they've disliked you, right? Or vice versa.
Yeah. Or it's like, okay, like, it's good that you tried this. Like, to go meet you.
Yeah.
Like, get out.
But
yeah, I mean, like, there's only so much time too for everything.
Yeah, to do that as well. But on an app, am I right? Like, Shana, you're basically looking at 5 pictures of somebody, and through 5 photos and something they said that doesn't feel cringy, you're like, okay, I'll try this. And then you have to wait to see if they'll try it too. Then they got to look at your 5 pictures and what you wrote and go like, all right, he doesn't seem like a lunatic. And then you meet for a coffee or something like that.
Yeah. Something very casual.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Like let's go to like the local brunch spot or.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear it.
I don't know. Like if the vibe's right, maybe like, hey, let's go play a game of darts and drink a beer.
Yeah.
Like I don't, like,
you do that.
Like maybe you're both beer enthusiasts.
You ever bump into somebody who just wants to have sex and they're not looking to date?
I don't really look for that.
Yeah.
Personally,
there's a way to look for that though. Am I wrong about that? Like it kind of, you just kind of.
Yeah. You kind of just like swipe.
Yeah. You change what you talk about in your, I would be terrible at this, by the way. Also, I think
it's definitely very, it's not very like
optimal. It's not optimal, right?
Yeah. Cause like a lot of them now too, like so when I first using like dating apps, like everyone knows Tinder and like Bumble. Like that's why I used like when I was first in college.
Mm-hmm.
But like you'd be able to talk to people a lot easier. But now if you don't pay for them, it's like a lot harder as a guy, at least, to get.
It's like putting up a Facebook post and needing to boost it for anybody to see it.
Exactly.
No kidding. Jeez.
Yeah. So now it feels like I needed to boost myself versus like when the apps were so new, it was a lot more just like.
Well, they wanted people to have success in the beginning because they wanted you to tell other people about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now everybody has to use it. So now they got to make some money off it somehow. This is the part where they make the money.
Yeah.
That? That's a bummer, man. Like it really is. Like, I don't know that it's that much different in generations past. Like you go get a job where, whether you're a woman or a man, like if you go get a job in a, especially if you're a guy, you go get a job in a mainly male, like, ecosystem. There's just not a lot of women to meet. And, if you're a girl, you go out, maybe you're in a little more mixed company and that might be a little easier. But, you're in a warehouse. I mean, there's not a ton of, I wouldn't imagine like the ratio must be pretty heavy to men where you're at, right? In the warehouse.
I don't work at a warehouse anymore, but no, you're absolutely correct. When I do go to my company's warehouse, it's mainly
a bunch of guys,
male dominated.
Yeah. Not what you're looking for, unless you are. I didn't ask you, but you just,
no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So do you live on your own or do you live at home still?
I have roommates right now, so a split rent, so it's working out. We have no I've been living with the same couple of dudes for how long is it now? 3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Yeah. And when I lived in college too, I had roommates. Like at one point I lived with like 5 other guys.
Yeah.
So that was a lot going on.
That's a lot going on. A lot of smells.
Yeah, it was like 50-50. Like half of us clean, half of us didn't. And it was like a battle.
There's the guy that vacuums, and everybody else that just quietly sits there and goes, "Let him vacuum if he's going to vacuum." What about That's interesting. What about that having roommates? Like, do you have to at some point say to somebody like, "Look, I might need help," like, or "This is my glucagon"? Like, if you had those conversations with people?
Yeah, no. Every one of my roommates has been very aware, and they've always been like, occasionally, like throughout time, but like, how's everything going? You know, like, is there anything I can do?
Oh, that's cool.
Or just like, hey, like, here's some snacks. Like, I got you.
You seem low.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened? Has a roommate ever come up to you and been like, "Hey, man, look, you seem like maybe you need something"?
No,
they're not that proactive.
I think people forget sometimes that I'm diabetic. Honestly,
do you like that?
I try to go throughout the day myself, just like, I'm not gonna let this get in the way.
Good.
So I'm gonna do what I gotta do to take care of myself, and then go from there.
If I asked you to describe yourself, like, how many things do you think you'd have to say before you got to "I have diabetes"?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be more than my 10 fingers.
Yeah, you'd be going for a while, right? How did you find How did you find me? How did you find the podcast?
I think I just typed in like diabetes one day on Spotify.
No kidding.
Huh. Yeah. And then you popped up, and I was like, Juicebox. I'm like, oh, like, obviously, like, you get a juice when your blood sugar's low.
That was it? That my marketing worked on you?
Yeah. It was really good.
Thank you.
It's very good.
My genius overwhelmed you, and you were like, "Oh, I have to follow."
Yeah, no. And then I listened to it, and I was like, "This is very insightful." You get to hear a lot of different perspectives, backgrounds, and I think it's just good that you have this going, Scott, because I you know, I've never done anything like this, and
you're nervous to do this, right?
Yeah,
definitely. But why was it important for you to come on and talk?
I just feel like I hope I could have brought a different perspective out to provide. So,
no, just
especially for having a disease for 23 years. Personally,
well, yeah, so it's interesting because you made it through some time, right, where you're doing your 8A1C and you didn't have as much gear as you have right now. Now you have the gear. Like, did you find just getting the CGM and moving to you moved to Tandem, right? And moving to you're using an algorithm, you use like the X2 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so was that the difference in the rest of the improvement, or had you made an improvement before then and this just makes it easier?
Well, definitely. I am a lot healthier person now. I kind of had a moment of reflection, be like, what am I gonna do like outside of like work? And it's like I can't just come home. Like, I'm not in college anymore. I can't just like come home and like I was like, oh, I'm still drinking, or like, you know, I would vape and stuff, and like, this is terrible.
Yeah, and you working, coming home, and you were working, coming home, getting high, like you were still in college.
I wouldn't say I was like coming home and getting high. But I broke that pretty quickly.
That you broke quickly.
Basically, it was just like who I was associated with.
Okay.
At the time, that was like, be like, oh, like I made a pact to myself, like I would never smoke by myself, like particularly weed. Because it's
seems sad,
boring. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah. It's more fun when you're with others. So once I lost the association of people that smoked weed
went away.
Okay.
Did it help you with your anxiety?
No.
Made it worse. Not. Did it make it worse?
You're telling yourself like, oh, this is helping me, but deep down, it's not.
It's not. It wasn't helping you.
It wasn't helping me. It can help out though.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, no, of course.
So if it helps you out,
Yeah, right on. I don't mind. Listen, I don't care what.
Yeah, and it's also about like how much you do and when. So, if it's Monday morning, I'm gonna hit my bomb. Like,
that's a little different than you have like a pen that you hit twice a day.
Yeah, and no, like my senior year of college, I got to one point like that. Like I'd wake up, and this was during COVID. Like I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like I wake up, I don't even eat breakfast. Like brush my teeth. I just like hit a bowl or like a bong, and then just sit around on the couch. There's nothing else to do.
Shane, you're in trouble when you start having philosophical conversations with your friends where you're like, do you think we should get a water bong? I think it would make it better. Like you're like how much better does weed need to get exactly? You know what I mean? Yeah. But so were you using like a heat pen, just you're not even burning it, right? Like you're just heating it up and vaping it?
Yeah, it's crazy like how like so much changed when I went to college because like vapes didn't exist when I was in high school. Now they do. So, and then there was like different kinds of vapes, and like there was like these like just like music. It's like, oh, there's the Juul. Now there's a Storm. Now there's a Mr. Vapor. And now the list goes on. And it's like now after that, I don't even know what they are now. It's like I stopped.
Mr. Vapor is a funny name.
Yeah. It's like, he's got the breeze.
The breeze. Oh, you're like, now people have social status based on the vape that they have.
Yeah. Or it's like, what is that? Like, he has a breeze.
He knows things.
Yeah. And it's just like,
so funny.
Obviously nicotine, it's a drug.
Yeah.
Caffeine is a drug. Those had direct correlation. Alcohol. Weed, not so much, honestly, from what I could tell. And fluctuating manually, like obviously I would eat food and that would do it.
Right. But weed didn't touch your blood sugar. No. Beer did, obviously.
Beer obviously did with carbs. Yeah. Liquor, that's, depends if you're like chasing or mixing with other concoctions. So
that's a lot, man. Yeah, it's a lot. Like you leave, you're a kid, you go out there in the world, all of a sudden all this stuff is not just like there, it's like readily available, right? So you're trying things and then, but it sounds like you cycled through it pretty quickly. It feels like you got the what am I doing part pretty fast. And
yeah, and I also just like I don't know, it's like I feel like I've discussed enough about myself where I like to try something, like go do something, try something.
Yeah, you want to get into the world. You want to get to life now, right? Like I feel like that's what I'm hearing from you. Is like I want to get out, be around people, do interesting things, whether I'm good at them or not, try stuff, try new stuff, keep moving. Do you want to get married?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
definitely. I have a lot of inspiration come from my family, from aunts, uncles, my parents, my siblings. So
good.
Definitely inspires me. Like I'm an uncle myself now.
Yeah.
So it's great to hang out and get that exposure to
see people living lives with other people around them, people they love and care for and care about and everything.
Yeah.
It's interesting because there's a lot of data that it feels like it's kind of funny, right? Like if you ask married people if they're happier because they're married, like it's interesting how the answers come back. Like people say, they definitely need people around and they want to have personal relationships in their home and everything. But I think some of the data says that like people with children are less happy. But at the same time, if you ask them if they not want their children, nobody generally says yes. But they report themselves as loving having kids, loving having a family, seeing how important and valuable it is in their life. But yes, I don't think I'm as happy as I would have been if I didn't have them. Isn't that interesting? Like what?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know anytime I go home and I see my parents, like they're pumped. So,
no, they're probably thrilled. Oh, they probably
later on down the road too. I'm sure like that can just change throughout time because maybe
nah, Shane. Unless your parents are meth heads, like they're probably sitting around quietly just waiting to see you again, and they're probably just thrilled to see you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard for you to know that at 26, but I guarantee you somewhere your mom is just like, I wonder when I'll see Shane again. Like, seriously.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, pretty soon. She has
This week.
I need some laundry done. I got other things I got going on. I'm going to be
No.
over.
I take care of myself.
You do my own laundry. So how long you think
She'll
it's
offer though? She'll be like, "Hey, bring it." I'm like, "You don't need to do it."
Yeah, but you know why she's offering, right? You don't know why. She misses you. She misses that part of her life that's gone, where she took care of you and you were around all the time. There's an argument to be made that you should let her do your laundry.
I actually just did over Thanksgiving, so
I bet you made her as happy as could possibly be. She was probably
here's my stinky laundry.
She was probably thrilled, like genuinely. So
I should give her my hockey bag.
Yeah, well, nobody's going to be happy about that. There were some baseball stuff in
that thing stays zipped.
Oh my God, there's some stuff in my car when the kids were growing up. I was like, oh God, just throw it away. We'll get another one. It's horrible. Yeah, just really bad.
Those T-shirts are only worn for hockey.
20. You're
permanently.
Yeah. We were just talking. How old do you think you'll be when you get married? Do you have like in your mind? Is it?
I have no this time, this day.
No, but an age. Like, do you see yourself married by a time? I
wouldn't be surprised. If within the next 4 years.
4 years. Do you know that girl right now?
6. That's that's a great question. I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at you. That's very nice. Have you thrown darts at her yet?
No.
You should take her out. See if she can throw a dart. See if she can hang. She got a good sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. You're going to need that. Are you okay when she's mad? Because she's going to yell at you a lot over the years.
No, everyone gets mad.
You'll be all right with that. Okay.
Yeah. You don't get mad. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, it is weird when people don't get upset, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I really don't get upset a lot. I know I don't. But when I do, it's very obvious.
Yeah. Well, everybody gets upset. Like I'm weirded out by people who act like everything's always okay, always. I'm like, oh, what are you hiding exactly?
Who knows?
All right. It's so interesting. So this girl, the girl, but you're not dating her. Is that right?
I mean,
you have.
No, it's just something very new.
It's something. Oh, it's a new. Oh, you've met a new person that you think might be the right person.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't date for a very long time, Scott. So because I did that on purpose. After college, I'm just gonna focus on work. Finally making more money.
Mm-hmm.
I need to.
Yeah.
Like things are starting to get real now. So, really went on a journey of just trying new things out, trying to meet more people, expand on stuff I love. So, I think in my email I sent you, reaching out, actually, I mentioned doing long distance running. So I found people that once I moved away from college to where I'm at now, it really inspired me to really achieve those milestones of running a half marathon,
mm-hmm.
a 25K, and a marathon. And I'm really happy I did all that, but I don't think at this moment, I would ever want to do a marathon again. Maybe a half marathon, but a marathon is just way too much.
It's a lot of effort.
Especially being diabetic.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did it when I did it.
Did you have a lot of supplies with you while you were running?
I had so much Gatorade. I had a belt wrapped around me. And then
you're like Batman with Gatorade going for a run.
Yeah. Yeah, I was the only person with Gatorade just strapped on in the race that I could see.
I think the image for your episode will just be Batman in a marathon with food around his waist and a really old sticky CGM cover.
Well, you also have to eat so much food, and like the amount of carbs that go into it. I'm like, I just can't do this for like a guy that's my size. Like, I'm 6 foot, and I'm like 210 pounds now. Like, I actually gained weight from
trying
running a
to run.
marathon.
Because
Yeah.
you were feeding so many lows.
Yes, like I would do my long run with my training buddy every Saturday. And the longest run that we did get up to 20 miles
Jeez.
at one point. And I wouldn't be able to like move, or, like walk downstairs. And I'm like, this is brutal.
No, if
I
I
can't
did,
do anything
if I
else. And
just
it took me
ugh.
takes like 3 hours to do it.
Oh my God.
Takes
If
up
I
like
had
the
to
whole day.
drive 20 miles, I'd be irritated once a week.
But it was so much fun because like you have like I listen to music.
Yeah.
So I got to like really like dive into music like more. And I didn't listen to podcasts. I did not.
Is it
I
hard?
like listen to music.
Yeah,
and
you
I
need
would
the
say
music
that's
when you're
music. I listened to music the whole time during my actual race.
That makes
Like
sense.
I made a playlist that was 4 hours long. And I'm like, okay, if I make it to this song, I know I didn't finish.
Yeah.
In my time.
I have a last question for you. When you found the podcast, did you listen to the management stuff? Like, did you care for the pro tip series, for example, or did you get your information out of conversations?
Yeah, listening to the pro tip series, I was very sporadic in listening to the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very sporadic in general. But yeah, no, listening to your pro tip series and just like, it's a nice reminder for stuff I already know that I've been told throughout time, just to be like, oh yeah, or just, like I need those reminders.
The reminders. It keeps it in your head, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I
even though like I've dealt with it for 20 plus years, so it's still need to be reminded.
Right. No, I agree with you. I think it's very valuable like that for people. Did your A1C or your variability get better when you were listening, or is it better when you're listening?
Yeah, I would say so far there is a correlation with that. It's definitely very in par with using a CGM, but yeah, my last A1C was a 6.4.
Good for you, man.
Here.
That's awesome. You're 26. You get a 6.4. You're making money. You got your eye on a lady. You might have. You might have a baby 8 years from now.
Very true. Yeah.
Would you worry about diabetes for the baby?
Yes. This podcast has actually opened up my eyes to that.
Okay, so you know what to look out for. You know what to look out for then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Life's big, Yeah. How do you think you're doing? Like, if like, I know I said that was my last question. This is my last question. How are you doing? And what are your expectations for the future? Do you think you're going to do well, like with your health? Like, do you feel generally positive, generally neutral? Like, how do you feel about the future?
Right now, I'm doing a lot better than I was 2 years ago. I would say, in a multitude of aspects, from like mentally, mainly, to physically, financially, really taking that time for 12 months to set aside to really think about the future and
pull yourself together a little bit.
Yeah. And I am definitely a little worried just because like just in the sense that, like, like, I don't know what diabetes is going to do to me, like, in complications.
You're worried that something unforeseen could happen.
Yeah. I mean, that's life, though.
Yeah, you're right. I think that is life. Also, I mean, listen, keep your A1C where it's at. Keep it nice and stable. Don't have a lot of lows. Don't have a bunch of highs that you ignore. And I think you got a real good shot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. If I could have gone back, like you said, you're better off now than you were 2 years ago. If I go back 3 years ago, is there anything I could have said to 23-year-old Shane that would have snapped him out of it, or did you have to go through this process?
I think I had to just go through this process. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I believe that too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Shane, I appreciate you doing this. I really thank you very much for taking the time. And I know I had a little technical thing in the beginning. I appreciate you being patient about that too.
Of course. Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate your time today too, and talking with you, and no worries about that. I'm glad we got to all work out. So
yeah, this is awesome. Thank you so much, man. Hold on 1 second for me.
Yep.
This episode of the Juicebox Podcast is sponsored by Omnipod 5. Omnipod 5 is a tube-free automated insulin delivery system that's been shown to significantly improve A1C and time in range for people with type 1 diabetes when they've switched from daily injections. Learn more and get started today at omnipod.com/juicebox. At my link, you can get a free starter kit right now. Terms and conditions apply. Eligibility may vary. Full terms and conditions can be found at omnipod.com/juicebox. Today's episode of the Juicebox Podcast is sponsored by the Dexcom G7, and the Dexcom G7 warms up in just 30 minutes. Check it out now at dexcom.com/juicebox. If you'd like to hear about diabetes management in easy to take in bits, check out the Small Sips. That's the series on the Juicebox Podcast that listeners are talking about like it's a cheat code. These are perfect little bursts of clarity, one person said. I finally understood things I've heard 100 times. Short, simple, and somehow exactly what I needed. People say Small Sips feels like someone pulling up a chair, sliding a cup across the table, and giving you one clean idea at a time. Nothing overwhelming, no fire hose of information, just steady, helpful nudges that actually stick. People listen in their car, on walks, or while they're actually bolusing. Anytime that they need a quick shot of perspective. And the reviews, they all say the same thing. Small Sips makes diabetes make sense. Search for the Juicebox Podcast, Small Sips, wherever you get audio. If you're looking for community around type 1 diabetes, check out the Juicebox Podcast private Facebook group, Juicebox Podcast, Type 1 Diabetes. But everybody is welcome. Type 1, Type 2, gestational, loved ones, it doesn't matter to me. If you're impacted by diabetes and you're looking for support, comfort, or community, check out Juicebox Podcast, Type 1 Diabetes on Facebook. If you've listened to any number of podcasts or maybe watched a YouTube video, you're very accustomed to listening to the creator of that content ask you and sometimes just outright beg you without any feeling of self-respect for you to follow, subscribe, share an episode. The reason that happens in podcasting specifically is because podcast players don't have a sophisticated recommendation engine like YouTube or TikTok does. They can't watch listener behavior and then give you content that you might like. Word of mouth skips that line completely. It's an instantly expanding reach engine, and really the only thing I've ever found that helps to keep the Juicebox Podcast growing. So subscribe and follow, because that the algorithm understands. Set up automatic downloads, listen to the show, but share it with somebody else. Leave a 5-star review, make it a thoughtful review that the algorithm can understand. I really appreciate the time it takes you to do those things. And I hate that I have to say this to you because I feel like an idiot, but subscribe and follow, tell a friend, please and thank you.